Hi, my name is Charlotte Dickinson. I'm the tunnel agent for the Old Common East and Euston SCL subtunnels. I'm here with you today in the Victoria Road crossover box. This is where the tracks for HS2 will cross over. So from this box we're constructing the rest of the tunnels. Behind us is the Norfolk Tunnel East TBMs, and they're heading out towards Green Park Bentshaft, making good progress. And behind me, where we'll be heading to next, is the Old Common East SCL tunnels. So welcome to the Upline Spray Concrete Line tunnel in North Acton. This is known as Old Common East, and it's a connection from the Victoria Road crossover box out to Old Common Station. These tunnels are around 360 metres in length. They range in diameters from 14.5 metres here, narrowing down to about 8 metres in the central section of the tunnel, and we pull out again at 12.5 metres into the Old Common Station box. Now these tunnels form part of the running tunnels heading from Birmingham down into London. And this section here is done with sprayed concrete lining, specifically because as we come out of this box, our tracks are still merging together and we need that additional width as we're coming through. So we couldn't do these by TBM, it has to be done with sprayed concrete lining. So this is known as what we call a pilot tunnel. It's the initial excavation that we take along the 360 metres before we widen it up to its full profile. What we can see on the wall, the reflectors, these are telling us what movement we might have in the tunnel. We've got services on the side providing air, water and power to feed all our works. Behind us we've just finished a spray, and what that means is that we've excavated 1 metre advance. We've taken a slice of that ground out and we're replacing it with a skin of sprayed concrete. Because with spray concrete lining, we take a bit at a time, we spray that concrete up and we move on a metre. Everything has to be controlled. Part of that process is our early age strength. So one of Adam's jobs, of many, is to test our concrete after it's been sprayed. And what he's looking for is that it's gaining strength as it's designed to do so.
As you can see behind, we've sprayed one of the advances, to which we then spray a panel of concrete of the same batch. We then use a penetrometer to take 10 readings and find an average and convert the readings into megapascals or MPa. At 1 MPa we can allow personnel underneath the currently sprayed concrete lining of the previous advance. Before that we can test up to 0.5 MPa, which will allow the excavator into the next advance.
It will take us around a year to take the primary lining through and finish that on that 360 metres in both the upline and the downline tunnels for Old Common East. After the primary lining is completed, we will go back and waterproof these tunnels and complete the secondary lining, which is that final profile that you'll see once the trains are running through. We're now going to head across to our downline tunnel, which is just a few metres to our left. It's currently around 20 metres in advance of this tunnel, as the two of them are working towards Old Common Station box. So behind us, we are mid-spray in the Old Common East downline tunnel. That spray concrete is being batched currently over the road in our flat iron site by Shotcrete Services. It gets brought across the road in our own vehicles and dropped down this hole and taken into the tunnel using our yellow, what we call DG or remixer machines. That concrete will go through a special piece of spraying equipment called a Normet, and it gets sprayed onto the wall by a specialist. They'll make sure that that's being sprayed to comply with the design so that we can then test that, as Adam explained earlier, make sure it's reach strength, and then we go for the next advance. And that's our spray concrete line process. We run 24/7 to ensure that these tunnels are constantly being excavated and moving forward. Thank you for joining me here at the Victoria Road crossover box today and seeing our SCL tunnels progressing towards the Old Common Station box. In the coming months, we'll hopefully be showing you Emily and Anne as they head out towards Green Park Bentshaft, the cross passages that will follow in behind them, and the invert bridge that you can see on the floor behind me being dragged in as well, constructing that invert ready for the track to go onto. The SCL tunnels, they're going to carry on progressing towards Old Common Station box, and then we'll be coming through for our second and third pass to widen them out to their full profile.